Every time a new archaeological discovery appears, one that doesn't fit the established story of human history or challenges our understanding of the world, especially when it involves things that shouldn't even exist, modern science often brushes it off. Instead of asking the big questions, it just says, "It's nothing," and moves on. But why? Today, I bring you a story that's hard to ignore. Welcome to the realm of secrets. Over the last 100 years, there have been countless discoveries that, on any other planet, would have been carefully studied and openly shared with the public. Things that could have changed how we understand history and the world around us. But here on Earth, things are different. Instead of digging deeper or asking questions, many of these discoveries get ignored. It's almost like our planet doesn't want us to know the full story. Today, we're diving into an incredible case from 1991, a fascinating discovery made by a geologist in Russia. While doing routine surveys and collecting soil samples from the banks of the Kozhim, Narada, and Balbanyu rivers in the Ural region, something unexpected happened. Back in the lab, they found unusual objects made of different metals. At first, they thought these were just leftover pieces of modern technology. But after a closer look, they realized these objects were actually ancient artifacts, so advanced that even today, our knowledge of metallurgy and nanotechnology can't replicate structures like these. The Russians tend to be more open to this kind of investigations, unlike in the West, where cases like these often get quietly swept under the carpet, which honestly feels like a crime against knowledge. And I'm pretty sure that if you asked most scientists today, privately and anonymously, they'd say this case is at least very interesting. But, of course, there's always a but. You have to understand scientific circles, and the lobby act like one big herd. If you step outside that herd, even for just a moment, there's often no way back. You end up isolated and often discredited. Why is that so? Well, that's a story for another time, and for now, let's get back to our discovery. The first lab analysis shows that the mysterious metal remains are dated to be exactly 300,000 years old. Yes, you heard that right. 300,000 years. Most of these objects were small spirals, microcoils, and coils made of various metals, all connected to a central support, clearly crafted by some creator from the distant past. Interestingly, these geologists were originally conducting routine soil tests, searching for new gold deposits. But in my opinion, they ended up discovering something far more valuable. Additional analyses by the Russian Academy of Sciences revealed that the larger pieces are mostly made of copper, a metal known for its conductivity and durability. Meanwhile, the smallest pieces are alloys of tungsten and molybdenum, rare and extremely strong metals often used today in advanced technology. Now, why are tungsten and molybdenum such interesting details? It's because these metals don't just appear naturally in the Earth's crust. You can't simply find them lying around. They have to be extracted from ores through special chemical processes, meaning someone or something had to produce them. Both tungsten and molybdenum have some of the highest melting points and lowest vapor pressures among metals, which makes them incredibly valuable for technical applications. Today, they're used in aircraft and spacecraft parts, heating devices, and precision instruments like X-ray tubes and microscopes. So, finding alloys of these metals in such ancient artifacts really makes you wonder about the level of technology and knowledge from the distant past. These metal parts found in Russia were made using a process called sintering. Now, I won't bore you with the technical details, but in short, it's a technique known to modern science, yet impossible to replicate at this level of precision. These items were crafted so precisely that even today's technology can't copy them. The largest pieces measure about 3 centimeters long, roughly 1.2 inches, while the smallest are microscopic, ranging from around 0.5 millimeters, or about 0.02 inches, down to as tiny as 0.1 millimeters, or just 0.004 inches. And under the strongest microscopes, no irregularities in production can be seen at all. I can only say, fascinating and shocking at the same time. Despite all this evidence, many experts began to dispute the findings, claiming these objects might have come from the nearby Plesetsk Space Center. But if that theory were true, where did the former USSR get such advanced technology? Technology that even Russians apparently don't fully understand today. And how do we explain that radioactive isotope dating shows samples dating back as far as 300,000 years? Not to mention, these artifacts were found deep within ancient river sediments along 3 rivers in the Ural region. Nobody can fully explain it. Despite numerous criticisms from the West and ridicule of the Russian Academy of Sciences' findings, Dr. Matveyeva, a scientific assistant at the Central Scientific Research Department of Geology and Exploitation of Precious Metals, continued her work. In 1996, she concluded, regardless of the fact that these artifacts are hundreds of thousands of years old, they are clearly parts of a technological device, not natural anomalies. All the nanostructures were excavated from depths ranging between 3 and 12 meters, within deposits dated up to 318,000 years old. What makes this case even more enigmatic is that some researchers have pointed out how these tiny designs are incredibly efficient for conducting energy or signals, almost like parts of antennas or microchips. But how could something like that exist 300,000 years ago, long before the first known human civilizations even formed? Officially, around 6,000 years ago, with the rise of the Sumerian civilization. And why are they so precise? Are these just random pieces coincidentally formed by nature, or were they actually engineered? Because if they were, then that one simple fact could rewrite everything we thought we knew about our past. Of course, no one can really explain how people from so long ago could create such advanced technology, assuming they were even people at all. In 1999, samples were sent to 3 different scientific centers in Helsinki, St. Petersburg, and Moscow. But after the death of Dr. Johannes Fiebag, who was leading the research, a strange silence fell over the project, and scientific attention to these discoveries just vanished. Why did that happen? I think I know the answer, but diving into that takes us straight into the world of conspiracy theories. And as history has shown, some of these theories aren't just theories at all, and we'll explore that topic in one of the upcoming videos. When we come across discoveries like this, metallic spirals buried deep in ancient riverbeds, dated hundreds of thousands of years old, it forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. Are we really the first advanced civilization to walk this earth? Or is there a forgotten chapter of history that we've barely begun to uncover? The fact that these artifacts exist at all means we can't just keep brushing them aside. Maybe it's time we stop laughing off the so-called fringe theories and start asking, what else is out there that we've missed or deliberately ignored? Because sometimes the truth isn't just stranger than fiction. It's buried right beneath our feet. This case from Russia is just one of hundreds of discoveries that modern science struggles to explain or openly accept. There are countless inventions and artifacts out there that don't fit the official story. Maybe updating the textbooks and rewriting history would be too expensive or inconvenient for someone. Or maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Thank you all for watching. Expect more videos on this and similar topics coming soon. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. You're watching the Realm of Secrets channel, where the truth is out there, somewhere around us. See you soon, and stay curious.